Hey there, my friend. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi, founder here at the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project, and I'm pumped up for today's video where we're going to cover how to build bigger arms at home or at the gym. And this is for you if you're a guy out there and you've always wanted to have bigger arms, you feel like they were a stubborn body part that haven't been growing well, and you just want a simple routine that you can do that actually produces results, then this is the video you've been waiting for. Specifically, what we're going to do is we're going to cover a little bit of the theory about arm training and how arm training fits into your overall training plan. But the best part is we're actually going to go through a full research-backed routine. We're going to hop behind me in the gym here. We're going to go through the best biceps, triceps exercise. We're going to talk about the proper sets, reps, rest, exercise selection, everything you want to know, a full routine you can start this week. I know you're going to learn a ton. So get out your pen and paper, take some notes, and let's dive on in. All right, so let's start talking about how to build bigger arms at home or at the gym. And I want to start with the theory because I always like to give you the big picture why and some of the science behind arm training before we get into the do this, sets, reps kind of part, which is part 2 of this video. So the first thing is when you're looking to build bigger arms, before we actually talk about arm specific training, I need you to be focused primarily on getting stronger on your big compound movements. And these are things like your rows, your bench presses, your shoulder presses. When you're getting stronger on those lifts and you're progressively adding weight and focusing on those in your other main workouts, your arms will get stronger and they will grow. So first off, a lot of guys who feel like, man, I'm really struggling to build my arms are simply not doing a good overall training protocol that looks at these kind of compound exercises. And if you're not really tracking your progress on pull-ups, rows, bench press, dumbbell bench press, military press, you know, some of this other arm specific stuff is going to be helpful for sure, but it's not the foundation. But assuming that you have a good training plan in place, principle number 2 is if you feel like your arms are a focus area you really want to lean into, it is a good idea to do a dedicated arm training session per week. Because what a lot of these training splits end up looking like is we often hit our biceps when we're hitting our back, right? We do all our rows and our lat pull downs and we finish off with some curls. And when we're doing our pushing, like our chest, shoulders, triceps workouts, we finish with some tries at the very end. And that can be good, but if you're feeling like the arm growth is not there, then doing a dedicated arm day where we're specifically hitting biceps and triceps without any other body parts is a great idea because it increases our total amount of work and weekly volume for those body parts. And arms are getting hit all the time, right? When we're rowing, we're hitting the biceps. When we're pushing, we're hitting the triceps. But by doing a dedicated session that's spread away from your main back or chest or push or pull or whatever your training split is, we can get even better results. And there is some science behind how you might want to structure this workout. So I want to cover a little bit of the concept of how I think you should do your dedicated arm training day. Then I'm going to give you the actual exercises, sets, and reps that I would personally do when doing this setup. Now let's get into the actual plan to get you bigger arms. And when we're looking at this kind of arm training specifically, we're talking about the upper arm, the biceps and the triceps. There will be some information on forearm training. We'll talk at the end of this video after we've demoed some of the exercises, but we're talking about upper arm size. And the first thing we need to decide when doing this workout is whether you want to start your particular workout with biceps work or with triceps work. We're gonna pick one of those body parts and we're gonna start the workout with that. And I do recommend that the body part that you feel like is most lagging, like I really wanna big up my biceps peaks, for example, then you wanna start with your bicep work. Or if you feel like I really wanna get stronger on my bench presses and I feel like my triceps just aren't very big and my biceps are better, then you'll wanna start with triceps exercise. First key point here, we're gonna start with either biceps or triceps to kick off the workout, and I do recommend you start the workout off with the muscle group that is the bigger weak point for you. And if you are specifically into just sheer arm size, I would say start with the triceps. The triceps make about 2/3 of your overall upper arm mass. Building bigger tris is gonna make your arm look overall bigger, and a lot of guys tempt to kind of go to the biceps first because we think about that biceps peak when we're thinking about arm size, but it's only part of the equation. So let's say that we are starting with triceps first. The way I laid this out, biceps here on the right side for you of this graph, triceps on the left. The concept is we're gonna do 3 types of exercises for both these motions. We're gonna start all triceps first. After we finish these 3 types of exercises, we're gonna move over to biceps. The first type of exercise is 4 sets of a high tension exercise at a low rep range. So 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps with a very heavy weight with a high tension exercise. So with triceps, these are going to be things like a close grip bench press or a barbell skull crusher. This is going to be an exercise we're purposely going very heavy. we're pushing our strength numbers, and we're going in a lower rep range. I do not recommend for arm training that you go lower than 5 reps, because when you get into the 3 reps on specific things, there ends up being a lot of body momentum and some form issues start breaking down. 5 to 8 is totally great. If I had to pick, I would probably do 4 sets of, let's just say 4 sets of 5 reps on a very, very heavy exercise to kick off this workout. When I hop behind the gym here, I'm personally going to start this triceps workout off with a close grip bench press, but you want to pick a heavy exercise that works for you. If you don't like close grip bench, you could also use skull crushers. Again, we'll get to that in just a second with the actual exercise demos. After you finish 4 sets of your high tension exercise, again, you're going to be resting around 120 seconds between these sets. These are heavy sets, so you do a set of a high tension exercise. Maybe it's a close grip bench. You're going to rest 120 seconds, do your next set, rest, next set, rest, complete 4 sets, move on to your next exercise in the triceps column. Our second exercise in the triceps column is going to be a metabolic stressor. So our muscles grow from tension, right? We really load that muscle. The muscle has to recruit a lot of motor units, and we're getting stronger with the high tension. But muscles also grow from metabolic stress. That's when we're getting the big pump. We're getting a lot of nutrients in here. And that metabolic stress, the lactate buildup, actually is a signal for muscle building. So we're going to do 3 sets of 20 reps. There's a lot of great research on high rep training for arms being incredibly effective. And especially after you've done your really good tension work, we want to do 3 sets of 20 reps. So here, I'm going to start this workout off with a close grip bench press. I'm going to move to an overhead rope extension. It's going to be a different motion, different angle on the tricep. So if you did skull crushers, maybe you'll do press downs. For me, I'm going to do an overhead rope extension exercise because it's a very different motion than that close grip bench. I'm going to do 20 reps. 3 sets, and I'm probably going to rest around 60 to 90 seconds between each of those sets. Less rest, higher reps, and a motion that's a little more of a finesse motion, not just a pure strength motion that we started off. And finally, we're going to have a finisher motion for 2 sets. So 4 of the tension, 3 of the metabolic stress, 2 finishers, and this is going to be more of a pure isolation exercise to just finish that arm off, work on the mind-muscle connection. I'm going to choose a triceps cable kickback, which is an amazing exercise. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So we're going to go through all of the triceps exercises, 4 sets here, 3 sets here, 2 sets here. Then we're going to go to the biceps column. We're going to start with the tension exercises, 4 sets of tension biceps. Then we're going to do 3 of the metabolic stressors and 2 finishers. And I'll get quickly through the biceps stuff right now, and then we'll actually go to the gym and do the demos. But remember, if you wanted to actually work with your biceps and make that your priority focus, you'd start with this biceps work and then move to triceps. So for biceps, great high tension exercise. You're going to see me do a barbell curl, very heavy barbell curl. Awesome, great tension exercise. A good metabolic stressor is something like a hammer curl or a cable curl for 3 sets of 20 reps. And then of course finishers, this is going to be to failure. I'm going to do a concentration curl, which is one of the best research proven bicep exercises around. So you get the concept here. We're going to do a dedicated arm day. You're going to keep it away from your main chest and back and push or pull days, however you have that set up. You're going to pick your lagging body part in your upper arm that you want to focus on. Do that thing first. And so if it's triceps, you're going to start with 4 sets of the tension triceps. You're going to move to 3 metabolic stress, 2 finishers, then you're going to go through the biceps. So that's enough blabbing. Let's hop to the gym. You're going to see me do this with some exercises that I would personally pick, and then you're going to have an actual routine you can start doing this week. I know you're going to love that. So let's hop to the gym and get into the next portion of this video. All right, so let's get straight into the exercise demonstration for today's arm workout. We're going to start with our tricep work first for the purposes of this demo. And we're going to start with the high tension exercise. So come on over here. I have set up a close grip bench press, which is a great exercise, high tension for the triceps. We can put a lot of weight on here. Other great exercises for this would be something like a skull crusher, where you're bringing an easy bar or a barbell down to your forehead, or maybe some kind of bench dip or some kind of dip if it's good for your shoulders and doesn't hurt you. For the purpose of this demo, we will use the close grip bench press. So you get your hands well within shoulder grip right here. You're gonna lift the barbell up, take a deep breath, come right overhead. Elbows stay nice and tucked into your sides. And you're gonna do here, again, around 5 to 8 reps. Deep breath in, lower, pause, focus on the triceps, drive right to the top, squeeze. Every rep's intentional. 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, this is light for the demo, but what you would want to do is get a weight that you can barely do. You know, maybe you have 1 rep shy in the tank and you want to be anywhere in the 5 to 8 rep range. I'd say, somewhere around 5 would probably be ideal for 4 sets. I do a set, I'm gonna rest around 120 seconds and do my next set. And again, the purpose is high tension, so go heavy here, far heavier than I'm going for the purposes of this demo. So after we finish our 4 high tension sets, we're gonna make our way over and do some of our metabolic stress work for our triceps. So what I have set up over here is a overhead triceps extension. So I put a low rope here. I'm gonna get down here, I'm gonna pop this overhead. And I love this exercise because it really gives that great pre-stretch to the triceps. And because this is the metabolic tension exercise, we're doing 3 sets here of 20 reps, you go a little lighter and you focus on a great contraction at the top. And you come on down, slow and controlled in the negative, fire right back up, squeeze, come on right on down. We're gonna do 20 reps like this. Down. So that was 20 reps. At this point, I'm gonna rest 60 to 90 seconds. I'm gonna feel that pump. I'm gonna go again, 2 more sets to round out the 3 sets total for the metabolic stressor. Assuming we've got those 3 sets done, we're gonna go to our finishers, which I'm gonna choose a triceps cable kickback. And again, I wanna make a point here. If you're working out at home, you don't have a cable setup, you could very easily have done that with a single dumbbell, which would be really great. And if you don't have a triceps cable kickback, you could very easily do diamond push-ups or a dumbbell kickback. Although I like the diamond push-ups or what I'm about to do here with the cable kickback. So 2 sets here to failure. If you do have access to a cable, this is one of the best triceps finishers. Better than a traditional kickback. You're gonna sit here, load that tricep, extend back, come right on down. Doing a couple sets to failure. At this point, you're gonna be pretty gassed. Might not take a lot. Man, focusing on the squeeze of that tricep the entire time. Squeeze at the top. And that's all she wrote for that. So you do both arms anywhere in any rep range that suits you. I think you'll fall with a finisher anywhere from 8 to 20 reps, 2 sets. So I do one arm. I like to do a one arm motion as a finisher. I do the other arm, rest, one arm, the other arm, rest, and that will round out our triceps motion. So now let's go and let's get our biceps set up. So again, concept here is we're gonna do our biceps training. So with our biceps training, we are gonna make sure that we're starting off with our high tension exercise. 4 sets, just like the triceps. So what I'm gonna do is grab the barbell setup that we previously used, and we're gonna start off our high tension biceps work with a heavy barbell curl. So another great high tension exercise, get it around shoulder grip width. And again, we're doing 4 sets here, somewhere in the 5 to 8 range. I'll do around 5 reps here. Deep breath, stabilize your core, squeeze, come on up, slowly control on the way down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So at this point, you do anywhere from 5 to 8 reps, rest for around 120 seconds, and do 3 more sets just like this. You wanna pick a weight that's challenging and hard and heavy. There was maybe a little bit of body English is fine, but don't pick something so heavy that you're just swinging like crazy. We wanna go heavy, but still maintain good form. So after we've done our 4 tension sets on bis, 3 sets of metabolic stress. So for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna choose a hammer curl, 3 sets of 20 reps. So I'm gonna do an alternating hammer curl. One arm comes across, 1, one arm comes across, 2. Great motion for thickening the biceps, but working an underlying biceps brachii. So this would be 3, 3, and work my way to 20. So, long set, lots of time under tension, lots of blood in the biceps, very good. At this point, I've done my first metabolic stress set for the bis with that alternating hammer curl. I'm gonna rest 60 to 90 seconds and do it again. Rest 60 to 90 seconds and do it again. That will be our 3 sets of metabolic stress. Now we're gonna go to our finisher, assuming I did all 3. So, for our finisher here, I'm gonna set up my favorite all-time biceps exercise, the concentration curl. So we're gonna get on the end of a bench here and we're gonna do this single arm concentration curl just like this. So I like to add a fat grip to this. It actually makes the handle a little thicker, activates the arms a little bit more. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna sitting down like this, allowing the arm to relax nice like this and come up, focus on the squeeze and the contraction of the biceps, come right on down. It's nice, slow and controlled, up. Isolation, squeeze, right on down. Up, squeeze, right on down. Really focus on the contraction of that arm. Doesn't matter how many reps you get. At this point, you're gonna be pretty fried. I'm gonna do a couple more. Up. Just focus on the contraction. Put your arm in whatever position feels good. And one more. Don't be afraid to give yourself a little help if you need to. So that would be a failure. I would do the left arm now, rest for around 60 to 90 seconds, do my final set of finisher, and that is your arm workout. Super effective, again, on both the triceps and the biceps. We went 4 sets tension, 3 sets metabolic stress, 2 sets finisher. Switch to the other muscle group. This is the best way to train, I think, better than supersets, where you're kind of getting taxed cardio-wise. So really focus on putting size, a lot of blood in your arms. Try this workout out. And again, if you need to make substitutions for your equipment at home, let's say you don't have a barbell, you just have heavy dumbbells, that's totally fine. You can do dumbbell curls for your high tension stuff. You don't have cable machine for the triceps, totally fine. Use a single dumbbell. For the biceps, you can get away with just a pair of dumbbells to get all the way through this workout, although getting a nice easy bar or a barbell is really useful for a lot of these high tension exercises like the skull crushers and the easy bar curls. Now, when it comes to forearm training, there are some things we did specifically in this workout that already kind of baked it in. You know, you're gonna feel your forearms from a lot of these curls in particular. Those hammer curls work that muscle, the brachioradialis right here, and the brachialis underneath. That adds a lot of width, and the brachioradialis adds a lot of mass to your forearm. So that was worked with those hammer curls. But if you wanna do a little extra forearm work, what you can do is make your finisher exercise, instead of concentration curls, you can come and you can do these reverse curls just like this. One of the best motions for your whole entire forearm. The extensors are engaged right on up. You can do curls just like this for your finisher. And of course, if you have an old school gripper, like one of those captains of crush grippers, doing some grip training is a great idea too. But I'll tell you this, if you're not using straps on your other kinds of workouts and you're doing these, you're gonna find your forearm has a lot of blood in it. It's gonna get a lot stronger, especially if you use things like these fat grips, which kind of make forearm training automatic every time you're grabbing something really big. So I hope you found this valuable. I'm really excited for you to try this. Again, you have the full workout here. You can substitute different exercises as you see fit, but the ones I picked are absolutely fantastic. I recommend you do this once per week, at least a day, if not 2 days away from your other motions like your pushing day or your pulling day or something where you're working your chest and your back, because this workout will either affect that negatively. If you torch your arms before going into heavy pressing day for your chest, you're not going to be as strong. So space it out a little bit, and this is going to be enough to get your arms growing. Hope you found this valuable. If you like this and you found this workout valuable, give me a thumbs up. Let me know, and we'll post more videos like this to the FFP channel. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, what the heck are you doing, man? We got hundreds of videos on the channel on how to build muscle, especially if you're a guy in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. All the best exercise form tutorials for literally hundreds of exercises on the channel. The best nutrition plans, how to get and stay motivated. We have all that covered here on the FFP channel, so subscribe, hang out with us here. Hope you found this valuable, my friend. Drop me a comment below and let me know if so. I'd love to chat with you, and we'll see you around the channel. See you in the future videos, and I'll talk to you very soon.